All right, Chad, welcome back to the channel. How you guys doing? I hope you all are doing well. I'm still the same, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I have all these things that I cannot just stop doing. I love making content and I cannot just sit on my hand and just regret about what happened on the past. But yeah, it will take a little bit more time to from me to recover from all that shit. And yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you. But yeah, man, new day, new trades, and today was the view. Though I made a decision that I'll probably gonna trade on paper for this week. All right, because I don't want to like get an emotional tilt and end up losing my personal fund as well, just like the previous day. So I just want to control myself, and just because I cannot stop trading because I love the shit, bro. I cannot make you feel how much I love trading. All right, I've like sacrificed all my everything for this shit, to be very honest with y'all. Like there were days when I didn't even sleep. Yeah, I was just looking at the chart, and you guys already know, man. You guys already know everything. So yeah, it's kind of hard for me to not trade. So I decided to just paper trade, as long as I'm not recovered fully mentally. And yeah, man, I just want to show you one more thing. How do I look, chat? My six packs are coming, and I think, let me see, bro, my pumps. Yeah, probably next month you'll see me more jack, bro. But yeah, it's progressing, you can tell. But whatever, man. Welcome back to the channel, and yeah, make sure to sub up, give a thumbs up to the video, and yeah, make sure to check out Lucid Funding. 40% discount still going on. Use code NEXTGEN only on Lucid. Your brother traded on Lucid, so yeah, check them out. Use code NEXTGEN, and yeah, let's get into it, bro. So why did I take this trade? First of all, if I was streaming this trade personally, y'all probably gonna be saying like, oh, you got stopped out and then you started chasing. Oh, bro, you don't know shit. All right, first of all, you don't know shit about how I trade. Okay, that might sound arrogant, but I know what I know. Look at all the execution. Look at all the execution. You see? You see where I exited? And look where I entered. You see? Both the entries are exactly at the same level. As soon as I got stopped around this, it was almost like, so I entered at 27,907, right? And I got stopped out 27,916. So that's like 9 point, right? I took a stop about 9 points. Then I had another 9 point stop loss, and I made back all that losses and also made profits with 45 points, same amount, right? It might be a paper, but a trade is a trade, bro. But you could literally see that was basically the bottom of the New York session. And imagine like I had this trade on 24 hour. So yeah, and the funny part, I took this trade with one of my student. We were in a call, and I walked him through this trade exactly how as soon as I got stopped out on this and I entered this. So yeah, man. But we'll go for this trade. So first of all, I'll drop down to a 5-minute time frame. Why did I take this trade? First of all, I was bearish. Okay. I entered a short position on this candle targeting these lows. Why? Because that's like the last significant swing low before during the London session. So that was, and we had this fair value gap or unfilled gap right here, just below this low. These are more like equal lows, right? So I was targeting that low. I thought like if we go down and take it out and then create a low before 8:30, that's gonna be our pre-8:30 low, and then we'll probably at around 9:30 we'll take a retracement back into that range, and then probably could reverse or maybe push higher. That was the whole narrative for that first short, right? But yeah, that was I was totally wrong about it. But as soon as I saw price was kind of just stalling here, not willing to go down, that's why I had a pretty small stop loss, but yeah, I ended up entering on this wick right there. You could see as soon as I got stopped out, I entered along. Just I had my stop just below that, because look, we had this small market structure shift right here. After like we took out these lows, then what am I doing, bro? At around this time, right, when we were like lower than this high, look what ES was doing. ES already broke above this high. So what's that indicating to you? Probably some of you gonna be saying, okay, it's forming like a lower high. We have a bearish S&P. Why didn't you go short? That's the whole point about it, bro. Like you have to think about exactly the opposite way. So if prices creating lower highs or showing you SMT without any context, you just have to take the opposite trade. And well, that's what I did simply, bro. I did just entered along because every possible trader who trade SMT, they went short here. I can tell you if they trade pre-market, right? And one thing that I tell you every time is that do not take an SMT as valid if there's no swing high formation. So here's no swing point, right? There's no swing high here formed yet. So why would you take that as a like SMT, right? And then we had all these three consecutive down close candle, which is also a bullish order block, right? So we had this bullish order block, and also we had this breaker block. Now I want to show you something, but bro, what the where is the blue? Yeah. So this is a bullish order block, right? So we invalidated that bullish order block right here, right? Before going down. So, but later, as soon as we retested that breaker, and first of all, I was wrong about the first trade. Okay, let me admit that. So when we invalidated that here, right, then we dropped down to grab more orders and then tapped into it again. I was like, all right, so it's gonna push through this breaker with speed, all right, and that's what I had in my mind, and I entered along here there, and I took my first partial just above that high, then second partial somewhere around here, like I think this old gap right there, that old Fair Valley gap, and the last portion of my position was taken off here. But pretty much that was the trade. But on the 5 minute, you could see that we had this busy right here, right? We had this busy, and we never came back below the 50% of this dealing range, right? And look what we did as soon as the New York kill zone begin. We dropped below the 50% range of this dealing range, right? One thing that you need to focus on in your trade is that whenever you see clean dealing ranges that never price tested the 50% of those ranges, look if there's any sell side above the 50% of that range, and you'll many times see that price will revisit that I mean drop below the 50% of those dealing ranges, sweeping those liquidities and just turning the opposite way. And you could see on the 1 minute time frame we closed outside of it, then closed back in, and we had this small little inverted gap. Price tapped into it, reacted off of it, and then yeah, pushed higher. So pretty much that was the trade. And say you missed it, all right, so if you missed it, you could have used this inverted gap, entering right here, placing your stop just below the inverted gap, and pretty much targeting this high. So that could have been another trade, but yeah, man, this is the logic that I applied. So yeah, it was pretty good session, and price just moved to my TP pretty quickly, bro. So didn't take too long. It was a 5-hour trade, as you can see. And yeah, man. So yeah, that was a recap. Go and check out Lucid Fund and use code NEXTGEN. And follow me on X, bro. Do me that favor, follow me on X. Subscribe to this channel, give a thumbs up, and what else? Follow me on Instagram as well if you want to. If you are on Instagram, go and follow me there. But yeah, man, New York session pretty much just chopped, then shoot it up, and then we had this gap which sent price higher, right? Then you had another opportunity right here, right? So in one thing I told you guys about inverse gap, that if there's any low been taken out without price retracing back into that gap before, right, that becomes a significant gap, right? So you could have entered on this trade just placing a stop below the swing low, right? But this right here, I wouldn't count that as a decent close, bro. If I was trading this, I would have taken this one right here. Now I don't trade like this. First of all, I don't take like 1:1 trades. But yeah, that was the whole session, bro. Pretty much was a good session. I'll probably catch you guys tomorrow. And once again, I appreciate each and every one of you who comforted me. I mean, bro, I'm not sad about the funded account. To be really honest, I can get funded maybe if I buy an eval, I can get funded like within 1 or 2 days. That's not even the point of that video, right? That wasn't the point of that video, bro. I was just telling you guys that have someone in your life, or have something, not something, at least have uh someone in your life who really care for you, who's always there for you, and you also should be caring about that person, and just stay close to them. um in that way, mentally you will stay balanced, I would say, bro. Because this shit is gonna take away your happiness, your mind, everything, bro. So have someone in your life. For me, it is very difficult, bro, and it's been difficult for me for the last 6 years. So that's what I was trying to tell you guys, and you all know what I'm saying right now is not even a lie, bro. It's 100% true, bro. So yeah, have someone in your life who genuinely care about you, and just keep them close. Do not leave them. And yeah, I'll probably catch you guys tomorrow. And this is a paper trade. I'm not gonna say I have taken this trade on my personal fund. I'm not touching my personal fund until next week. So because, bro, I don't wanna blow those funds, bro. That's not $100, because I can lose $100 on an evil, but not my personal fund. If I lose it, I'll be fucking depressed for the whole month. So yeah, wanna just calm myself down, and I wanna recover from all this shit, and just wanna forget about this. And yeah, man, we are man, bro. We have to like go through these shits alone. So yeah, gotta do it. But I love you guys, and pretty much that's it for the today, bro. Check out Lucid Funding, use code NEXTGEN. I'll catch you guys tomorrow if I'm trade. If I don't trade, maybe I'll catch you guys the day after tomorrow. Just take care of your health, your mental health. Peace out.